This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Thursday with the morning sprints.
Sydney Charles has the latest details on a mass shooting in Atlanta that killed one person and injured 4 others.
Hooptown, USA, home to handball this weekend. Destiny Richards has the details coming up.
Mark is telling us about some thunderstorms that are headed our way later today.
But first, an update this morning on a story we broke last night. A man who died in a single car crash on Highway 27 south of Fairfield yesterday evening was 51-year-old Gregory D. Holcomb of Spokane. According to Washington State Patrol, just before 6 last night, his car heading south rolled. First responders tried CPR and a life flight helicopter was called, but he could not be revived. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Holcomb was not wearing a seatbelt.
And some breaking news in a fatal crash in Coeur d'Alene. Idaho State Police say a 76-year-old Hayden man driving a Corvette ran a red light, sideswiping an SUV before crashing into a semi-trailer loaded with gas. It happened on Appleway, just west of Ramsey at 5:45 yesterday evening. A 73-year-old female passenger in the Corvette died at the scene. The driver died later at the hospital. This crash is under investigation.
Newport police are looking for a man who they say is a possible luring suspect. Yesterday, someone in Newport called police to say a man tried to get an underage girl into his car at 2nd Street and Spokane. Officers arrived within minutes and made sure the girl was safe. Police say the man was driving an older white truck with a large scratch on the passenger side. He is described as a bald white man in his 40s or 50s with a short gray beard. Police are asking anyone in the area to check their surveillance cameras. If you have any information, call the Pend Oreille County Sheriff's Office.
It's a mild start to our day in our first alert weather with temperatures into the 50s. Solid 58 in Deer Park. Over into Coeur d'Alene, you're sitting at 50 with 56 in Hayden. We'll expect to see a continuation of sunny, hot weather, but about 8 o'clock, we're expecting to see thunderstorm activity roll in, and then we're going to see that shower activity through Friday. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see mostly sunny to start, partly cloudy in the afternoon, and then about 8 o'clock, thunderstorm activity with a high today of 82.
Spokane police say the person who was shot in the South Hill Monday wasn't actually hit by a bullet. Instead, it was a marble or glass projectile shot out of what may have been a paintball gun or a homemade gun. It happened on 29th Avenue between Grand and Pittsburgh. The original call sending several schools in the area into lockdown. Police are still searching for the person responsible. If you have information, call Crime Check at 509-456-2233.
Authorities say they've caught the suspected mass shooter accused of killing 1 woman and injuring 4 others in an Atlanta medical center. Police are accrediting a surveillance camera network for the quick capture. 24-year-old Dion Patterson is accused of opening fire just before noon yesterday. He was caught after an 8-hour manhunt, and jail records show that he's been charged with 1 count of murder and 4 counts of aggravated assault in connection to this shooting. Coverage on the shooting is coming up next on Good Morning America.
And we have been learning all about the game of handball this morning from the USA handball team. I did my best there. And from players like Michelle Mensing, because players from across the country are going to be here at the podium this Friday through Sunday playing in the USA Handball Team Open. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, to learn all about the business and tourism that it's going to bring to our city. And if you want to be a spectator, you can get your tickets.
In a surprise to many, the Cannon Street shelter has closed its doors. We told you a month ago that this shelter was set to run out of funding by the end of May. The early shutdown shocked both the people living there and city council members. According to the city's Shelter Me website, Cannon closed just a few days ago. People who called this place home say they were kicked out on Saturday and told to either go to the Trent Resource and Assistance Center or find another place to live. The city is still looking for a consistent way to fund the Trent Resource and Assistance Center.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, what to know about the Fed's latest interest rate hike. Will it keep going higher? Where will it cost you, and how you can make the most of rising rates.
Preparations are underway for one of Spokane's biggest community events. Tens of thousands will hit the streets to run the Bloomsday Race this Sunday. So far, more than 30,000 have registered for the 7.46-mile course. Ahead of the race, be ready to move those parked cars if you're along the parade route.